Right everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the F123 Fancy Livery series. Today, I have compiled what could happen in real life. Alfa Romeo, of course, are departing their partnership with Sauber, or what that team is, the Swiss-based team, at the end of the season. And there are rumours they're going to join HAAS. So what could that livery look like? And I've gone for a sort of half and half red, white, and of course carbon fibre livery. I've gone for red on the black. I think it actually looks better, personally speaking. As well, some of the things I've had to do, like the HAAS logo being red as well, due to limitations with modding. But overall, I am pretty happy with how this turned out, to be honest. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, obviously, I've also had to amend what will be currently Alfa Romeo in game and change them back to Sauber. I've gone for a slightly different livery. I've made the white the dominant colour. I've gone red on the halo. Now, obviously, their last cars all have blue in it, but the Sauber Motorsport logo has red in it currently. They do still exist. It's just the fact that this is the Sauber Academy that what Tio Porcher is part of, I should point out. So that's the current Sauber logo. So I thought, you know what, we'll go for a bit of that black and white livery, and then I've made the halo red. So yeah, I actually quite like this livery. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Obviously, there's a little bit of work and progress still to do on this livery, the rear wing as well. Also, just a quick note about the Ferrari. It is still in its Monza version in this series. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to continue to have the Monza little stripe there, because the sports update is coming in and that may or may not remove that. I'm not entirely sure, but hopefully it doesn't. We can continue to have that yellow stripe down the side and on the front wing as part of this series. But we're going to have then a race around Qatar, because of course we are racing around Qatar this weekend as well. Now, I've only done one race here before and it didn't end very well, so I've lowered the front wings from that one. I haven't looked at a new setup yet, but I've lowered the wings so that we're not a snail in a straight line. Race strategy, we're just going to go for the bog standard one stop, soft to medium. So 5 red lights then for the Qatar Grand Prix. Driving as Kevin Magnussen, away we go from 12th. It's a much better start than Logan Sargent, who's soon be in his natural place of last place. We're going to have a look at George Russell, Mercedes driver, down the grid. In that chromed Mercedes. It is chrome, it doesn't look, for some reason, it doesn't work quite as well under the nights as Hulkenberg now as a go. Myself, he's got past, so I want him to follow me through, because I think we can get past Russell here as well as we go through into the middle sector. Then one DRS only is pretty poor. We're going to huge dive bomb at that hairpin to make the overtaken up to P9. So you need confidence there, but I mean it can be done. What on earth is his camera view? Well, I mean the swooping camera view. And Piastri did try and have a go at Russell there, but only Russell rather in front. As a Lance, while that was happening, we've got a Ferrari battling, but more importantly, the gamers decided to put Lance Stroll P2. Don't know, maybe it heard Lawrence Stroll's words that we only need 10 cars on the grid earlier, which as we all know, he's speaking out of his bottom in that regard. But anyway, I still don't have any pace around here, and Alonso, we're going to wave goodbye to him. There's George Russell, who I don't know if he's using his battery or not. I mean, we've used a bit of battery, but I'm trying to keep mine because obviously it's default ARS. We're still fighting side by side. Turns the inside for the next corner. That's crucial with this move. So if you are defend. If you've got the grip, defend the outside, because then it gives you, although they'll be there on the outside, it gives you the inside of the next corner. And Piastri is actually going to follow me through. So the McLaren driver is the one there Now, lap 3, we're going to play the old little DRS game, to be honest. You know, it's important. DRS is very wrong in this game. It's very unrealistic compared to what's in real life. To be fair, I mean, my slowness out the final corner means that probably Piastri's deploying down that straight. We are not deploying to try and save some battery for later in the race as well. In the Sauber though, Zhou Guanyu not having the great time of it, and he's down in at last place. He needs to get a move on if he wants to impress Audi, of course, who will look. That livery, by the way, is on the way soon. Now George Russell again is the one that's in front instead of Piastri. Piastri tries to come around the outside. That we're going to have none of that at the final corner. We're just going to use a little bit of DRS, more than I'd like to, which is annoying. You know, because I've set the wings to similar to what default is, which is annoying. So there's more work to come from me on the setup before we go there in career mode. Excuse me, all in that ALFA ROMEO car. As we've got Stroll has fallen down the grid and he's now being attacked by his teammate, but nothing to do there for Stroll. They just got DRS on him every time. He's just a sitting duck. DRS. Russell's fallen away though. Look at that. Russell fallen away, and Gasly round the outside. As I say, want that outside line turns the inside of the next corner. But Gasly doesn't even need that in the Lotus. Now, something else that I hate about this game is the tyre wear for the play against the AI, because my tyres are completely gone as well. And obviously the offset of new tyres against existing tyres is absolutely disgusting as well on this game. So, you know, I'm not going to moan. I've moaned far too much about this. You're not going to hear any more about this from me, because I'm just fed up of moaning about it. You know, Codemasters clearly don't listen to anyone. But anyway, we're coming into the pits. We've made it to lap 9 to be fair, so I think we can get the mediums to the end of the race. Whether or not there's going to be increased tyre wear there, I don't know. On those mediums, we'll have to wait and see. Qatar, I mean, has been brutal on some tyre wear, but I don't know if that's had a fix since those earlier episodes. It was 2.4 second stops when we come out. Obviously the pit entry is a bit like Hungary on the inside, the final corner, and the pit exit. They're a bit worried about that pit exit, because obviously you want to have the outside line, but obviously they come into the racing line. It's almost like they need to come into turn 2 really, but that hasn't happened. We have jumped Piastri though. You know, so that is fantastic. We're ahead of the Australian as we're watching George Russell, who's way down the order, suffering. That is Zhou Guanyu as well. So Zhou's moved up a few places as well, and we're looking to get past Russell, who surely has some sort of damage as Piastri goes. We're trying a bit of defending, but we're low on the RS, which is annoying. The tyre wear is going off. Piastri has fresher tyres. And at this point, lap 15, I've just given up on him. The idea was, at that point, we were catching him up to Stroll, so as to let Piastri go, but at that point, then my tyres just went off. Now, the other Sauber of Valtteri Bottas, that Ferrari engine has decided it doesn't want to take part anymore, so he's out of the race with an engine failure as well. But that was on the last lap as well, so there's no safety car. Just look at the gap. The tyre wear is astronomical on this game, and especially around Qatar. I did say it might be fixed, possibly not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see when we come to career mode, because it's a 50% race. But around the final corner, we come for P10, which, you know, a little bit disappointed that we couldn't get any more points. I mean, HAAS would be over the moon if they get 10th place. And bearing in mind it's a sprint weekend reminder as well. So, you know, they'll be very happy with the point, you know, considering the fact where they are. But considering the fact where we started, we were 10th. Our fastest lap was a 26.9. So I feel like we could have gone in front of Stroll if we had the tyre wear, I think. But Anyway, Russell actually finished down in P18. That's bad. That is not good. He even finished behind Sargent. I don't know what was going on with him, whether he had some sort of damage. I don't think we gave him damage. I'm not entirely sure Piastri gave him damage as well, but yes, it's a bit unfortunate, but we'll take P10. So that's where I'm going to leave it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, new to the channel, see plenty more F123 fancy liveries as and when they come out. Let me know in the comments below if there's a particular one you want to see. And until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.